So today I have a very exciting announcement. We are going to have a readathon, and this readathon is called the Hello 2022 Readathon, and it will be all geared towards starting your bookish year off the best way possible. So before going into it, I just want to shout out all the different hosts, and I'm so excited for who we have as hosts. Abigail from Abigail's Cup of Tea, Kristen from Perks of a Bookflower, Angela from Angela Rose Reads, Kayla from Kayla's Bookish Life, Ruby from Ruby's Reading Corner, Bianca from Binks Thinks About, Kiara from The Smell of Tales, and Laura from Laura Reads Pages. Now, one thing I'm looking forward to the most about this readathon is trying to meet all of the different prompts. So the different prompts are a book that you hope to read in 2021 but didn't get to. So this is basically a prompt that is going to help jumpstart your reading by crossing something easily, hopefully, off your list. The next prompt is a book that is on your 2022 TBR. Again, really easy way to cross something off of your list. These can include like new releases that will be out in the next few weeks, or it can be any book that you would really love to read in 2022. Next is a book that pushes you outside of your comfort zone. I love this prompt. It can be, say for instance, if you want to read a book in a different language, looking for books written by diverse authors, different cultural backgrounds, new topics, whatever you want to do for this prompt, I would love to see what you pick. And finally, a book with new beginnings. So this can be forming new friendships, new challenges, new adventures, or even like self-discovery. Okay, and I'm very much looking forward to the different reading sprints that we're going to have, and those are during the week of January 23rd to 29th. We have sprints on either Saturday at 3:30 p.m. EST, and then one during the middle of the week, which is going to be on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will be joined by the co-hosts, and I will be hosting the reading sprints. So you can find the reading sprints at my channel. It'll be a really good way to sort of look and see if you have any questions about the readathon, or to share what your progress has been. I love the reading sprints, and those will be live reading sprints with the different co-hosts. So we're extending the reading prompts to Bookstagram, and it'll be really cool to see how you channel your creativity. You can make reels, you can make photo posts, and make sure to use the hashtag Hello2022Readathon so that we can see all of your different posts. And yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So the first prompt is your Hello 2022 Readathon TBR. So you can do this in a bunch of different ways. You can make a TBR stack, you can make a reel showing us all of your different books, you can make a list and take a photo. Whatever works, we would love to see that. Next is the theme I'm Feeling 2022. So this prompt is definitely inspired by Taylor Swift's song I'm Feeling 22. You can have Taylor Swift music in the reel. You can just have a reel full of excitement about the new year. And I can't wait to see exactly where your creativity lands you. Next is goals for 2022. These can be bookish goals. They can be whatever goals that you want, really. The next prompt is books you want to read in 2022. So if you want to make a comprehensive list of all the books that you want to read next year, then you can do that. Or you can just highlight books that you really want to get to in the new year. And then finally, your bookish resolutions, which is so fitting for a book welcoming the new year. So you can write down like what you'd like to do in 2022. Do you want to reread your favorite books? Do you want to read books off of your bookshelf? I have quite a few bookish resolutions and can't wait to tackle that one. And finally, to track all of your reading, I have a TBR card. You can find it down below in the Google Drive link that I will have, or in my Instagram story highlight. So that is all of the information about the readathon. Now let's get to the TBR game. So how the TBR game is going to work, I have 4 different TBR cards, and those match with each one of the prompts. 6 candidates for each prompt, because I have way too many books that I want to read and cannot pick. And I will be spinning my wheel, which will land at a number, and that will choose the book that I'm going to read for that prompt. So we're going to start with prompt 1, a book that you hope to read in 2021 but didn't get to. Candidates are Return of the Trickster, Near the Bone, Gods of Jade and Shadow, Girl, Woman, Other, Her Body and Other Parties, and Do Not Say We Have Nothing. So here's the TBR wheel, and let's spin. So it has chosen number 4, which is a book that I have mentioned in my TBRs. I've mentioned before that I want to read. It's part of my 2021 TBR. So that book is Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo. I've had this book recommended to me so much. So it's described as a love song to modern Britain and Black womanhood. Girl, Woman, Other follows the lives and struggles of 12 very different characters. So I can't wait to read that one. And it is 453 pages. I hope I can finish this. Okay, prompt 2, a book on your 2022 TBR. All the books here are either books that I just really want to read next year, or really want to read and are part of my NetGalley books that I still need to review. So the candidates are The Ones We're Meant to Find, Tokyo Ever After, Blood Like Magic, 30 Things I Love About Myself, Wild Seed Witch, and Cold Brew Corpse. Alright, so let's spin. Okay, so I think it was heading to 1. Alright, so number 1 is The Ones We're Meant to Find, and that is exactly what I would love to start reading. So this book is described as one of the most twisty, surprising, engaging page-turner YAs you'll read this year. We Were Liars meets Black Mirror with a dash of Studio Ghibli. I think that is a perfect book. I've been meaning to read it for quite some time, but now it is going to be on my 2022 Hello 2022 Readathon TBR. Okay, so next book. This is for prompt 3, a book that pushes you outside of your comfort zone. And I want to explain why I picked each one of these candidates. So the first is O Alquimista by Paulo Coelho, and that is a book that is in a different language. It's in Portuguese, and I want to read the Portuguese book. So I want to read it in a different language. Next is Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. And I don't read a lot of fantasy, and I would love to read a book that exposes me to fantasy. And I've heard that this is a good book to start off with Brandon Sanderson. So if that's not true, just let me know. The next candidate is The Skin We Are In. This is a book about dismantling white supremacy, and it goes over social justice. And I think that that is a very fitting book for this prompt. I want to read more of this type of literature, especially nonfiction. And book 4 is a classic. This is by James Baldwin, and I've been reading his books lately and listening to his speeches, and would love to read more James Baldwin. So the book is called If Beale Street Could Talk. Next is Shame is an Ocean I Swim Across, which is a poetry book, and it goes over mental illness, body identity, all of those sorts of things. And finally, I have Cast, The Origins of Our Discontents by Isabel Wilkerson. So this is a nonfiction, and I'm looking forward to seeing if I'll pick this one. Okay, so I'm going to spin the wheel. Okay, so I picked number 4, which is James Baldwin, If Beale Street Could Talk, and I am looking forward to that. I just recently read Giovanni's Room, so I'm so excited to read more James Baldwin. And finally, the last prompt is a book with new beginnings. So the candidates are The Bromance Book Club, Can Cat and Bird Be Friends, 30 Things I Love About Myself, The Fellowship of the Ring, O Alquimista, and With the Fire on High. Okay, so let's pick. So number 2, which is going to be a short book, Can Cat and Bird Be Friends? In a sweet and clever picture book from debut author illustrator Cole Muir, two animals, a cat and a bird, wonder if they can be friends with each other despite their predator and prey relationships. This will be a perfect book to read with my cat, Olivia, and it just looks super adorable. Okay, so that is all of the information on the readathon. Please let me know what books you're thinking of reading, if you are thinking of joining the readathon, and please make sure to check out all of the co-hosts that are listed below. All of the information is also down below, and you can find that information in the Google Drive folder. Alright, so that's everything. I will see you during the readathon, and happy Bookish New Year. Bye!